Hello, this is Mootrix, aka YouTube Dude JR. So, if you didn't know, earlier this year I got a message from PD Flow. If you don't know, PD Flow is the guy who made We the Best music. Literally, he was best friends with Traffic and Timothy DeLaGhetto. And I did enjoy my YouTube. For years that it was, lately this is the current update, its status, it has nothing to do, with me, being grown or anything, but this is, honestly, what I'm thinking about. How is my MEP? Am I gonna have an MEP at 30? Okay, so, I might have an MEP at 30, everything's cool at 29, I got Square and Evil or He-May, nobody could gaslight me, but you sure took me away from my material, and you did give me jurisdiction. Like I said, before I left, where a regular celebrity goes where he gets in trouble. Literally, I had everything but the signature, and every neighbor was a fan. And to be honest with you, literally, years prior to that, I got away with playing, We Are One from The Lion King with Ali. So it was, a cool AMV. I had a cool posse, in real life, they push the fact that, literally, if you want to, actually read your subs, literally, you have to have, a real problem. And I already, surpassed that shit, where it stands at now, it's like, bruh, that shit is crazy. Because I have to take medication equivalent to what I had before. The only problem is, I can date and I can double imply. So I can't get help from an autistic awareness program because I don't have a girl problem anymore. But the biggest, point that I'm making in this video is that, it's been a good 4 years, as a celebrity on YouTube. And that, lately, I did enjoy Jaylene. I did enjoy all the bitches in my bed. But I did enjoy, me never being able to see no kid. Even though you brought it down, to a world where it doesn't matter. Literally, where I started doing hypey shit. Literally, what happened was I started dancing with my girls down the street every single day. And I got married to the company, but only because you pushed it and because you pushed that, my trifling has quality. And, it really, really sucks because you don't understand that, literally, that's actually something. If you want to compare Come versus Come on every fucking celebrity, Mariah had to make hella good music and be her family. Fucking Elvis had to do, fucking make every good song to be his family. Literally, then you're comparing something amazing and something stupid, and it's like that, and that's what you do. You Come versus Come. Literally, and what ends up happening is they cut, your high school, in movies and bits and segments saying that it's a movie. Then they bow saying that your high school was better when nothing came to life. And I'm like, nigga, fuck this shit, and honestly, what I'm gonna do, the platinum thing at 30 is very fucking important, and where it stands at in Bayaki, literally with E40 and the platinum girls double implying. In my studio, I don't feel, comfortable, with platinum girls at 30. We're 30 in the nightclub, Alberto, this and that. Simona being in the nightclub, it's not really cool. Simona and Arturo are a match made in heaven. I got so far into this shit that Simona literally is Tien Shinhan. Okay, so it was whatever. When you have something like Tien Shinhan, when you make sure you have Davina fucked in classroom and you still don't get paid, you're not gonna give a fuck, ever. Literally. And they treat you like a normal rapper that has a fucking problem. Literally, except that I put, emphasis on porn and shit. I'm like, bruh, I'm able to do with my wife the same thing you're able to do with the porno. If you try to fool me, literally at the age, literally would say that that's not realistic. It happens on the fucking time, then why is there spanking? Literally, and spanking comes from somebody literally who's physically strong. And when I break it down to college, it's like, bruh, that Courtney party is beyond your comprehension. I'm able to bow that shit when they're physically fit. People doing backflips and shit with no six-pack. Get out of here. You have to understand that. There's no such thing as you being a doctor literally with skills and not being an actual doctor. It's fucking stupid. I already drowned that shit out with partying, so I'm like, nigga, fuck this shit. Get out of here. I was able to replace it with a lifestyle that's more rapid because you didn't care. But it's whatever. Because I did compare myself to Timothy DeLaGhetto or Tim Chucharagu or whatever you want to call it, and I was, on Wild and Out, within 2 years, instead of 3, like, I wasn't, held back with Timothy DeLaGhetto because, I wasn't there all the time. But I know, aside from that, they went to actual rap competitions in real life, and, what ends up happening is that literally I feel content, I felt content, but I don't feel content, fucking forever. So it's like, whatever, man. Literally, you owe me a lot of money. I made sure my music was on the radio before I left. I made sure, literally that I was able to pay up a status. So I'm like, okay, so if you try to get me for, what I did to my family in the past, I'm gonna break down adjacency. I'm gonna break down why I'm an adjacent member of the Temptations, and that's it. It was easy peasy lemon squeezy.